Welcome back to the Art Show. I'm Susan, your host, and I am totally blessed to be in the midst of three wonderful women who make up the Abbe Buck Trio. Their talent is amazing, their experience is widespread, and these ladies have been able to share some of their music with us so far today and are going to continue for you. But I've got to ask a couple more questions because I want to know what makes you tick. So I'm going to go to you. Of all the instruments in the world, Miss Peggy, why in the world did you choose the bass when you chose?
I started out playing piano when I was a little kid. Piano lessons, practice half hour in a day, or you don't get your allowance, and singing in the choirs and the school musicals. Then my brothers gave me a guitar, and I started playing that. Never touched piano again. And then I moved to Los Angeles, and somebody asked me if I could play the bass. And I grew up playing viola in the orchestra too, and I played my sister's cello. And when they asked me if I could play the bass, I said, if it has strings on it, I can play it. And so I was in, so suddenly I was in a band as the bass player. And then another band hired me out of that one, and one thing after another. When you live in LA and you're very young, if people say, can somebody do such and such? You go, me, I can do it, take me. And you end up doing all kinds of things that way.
Do you think that mentality helped you become the person you are, being able to do that next thing?
It does. You're ready for anything at any time. Live theater is like that too. I was in the Disney Orchestra for a year, switching between stand-up bass with a bow and electric bass. And you learn to shift with that too, because in live theater, if something happens, you keep going no matter what.
Just sort of like that little bump we had in the song before that.
Yeah, when we're in the recording studio, you can take it over, but you can't take it over in live. So
But that's what makes it good because all of us are so human that we make those bumps every single day. And the fact that we just keep on going makes it one of those things that makes us shine sometimes. Sort of like your music and the songs that you're singing. Do you feel the love for the song like you're showing us, our audience, and us here in the room when you're singing? Because it just comes out of you in so much love and excitement.
Yes, I understand the song. I understand the lyric. I understand how it was written. I study how it was written, why it was written. I even look into why the songwriter wrote the song, even why the songwriter wrote the song for the play the songwriter wrote the song for, the year the songwriter wrote the song for, the show the songwriter wrote the song for. At shows, I will talk about how the song was written, why the song was written, who the song was written for.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who wrote Night and Day?
Night and Day was written by Cole Porter for a show called Gay Divorcee in 1933. It was written for Fred Astaire.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's a beautiful verse, which the the beat 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 of the tom tom while the jungle shadows fall, and the tick 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 of the stately clock that hangs upon the wall. There's all kinds of history behind many of these songs that is pure poetry.
Oh my.
You'll hear it in basically in a lot of the songs that we do. We do a lovely Christmas song, White Christmas, where it has a verse of all things that talks about there's no snow.
Oh.
It talks about there's no snow that Peggy talks about.
Oh
So there's things like that. So I study every single song that we do. In the show Boardwalk Empire, there was a song called It Must Be True, and Bing Crosby was talking about lost love, and you could hear it echoing in the background at one of the last scenes of it, and I'm like, wow, I haven't heard this song, and it was written in 1930, and I'm going, another lost song, I need to study it. But speaking of instruments, I used to play, the ladies don't know this,
Okay, then tell the audience
so
then because
I
I don't want to tell them first.
I played slide trombone in high school.
Oh my God.
I wanted to play in a big band. And I knew a man named Bill Russo, and he lived in Chicago for a long time, and he was part of the Stan Kenton Orchestra. And I really wanted to play slide, and I think I was 14 or 15, and he said, you have such good lungs, I'm going to hire you for the free theater to be a screamer. And he wasn't worried about my singing. He said, "You can do both. I'm not worried about you. You have very strong lungs." So he said, "You can still play trombone, but I want you to scream, and I'm going to pay you $15 every time you scream in the show." Because he also was a director. So that's, I didn't keep up with the trombone, but I learned how to throw my voice. So if, that interesting story.
And
But
they didn't know this?
no, I never told them that I was going to be a slide player. I was going to be a sideman. That was my dream. No, I never told them. Now you know my secret, you guys.
And we found it out here. Now I'm going to go back to Miss Becky. And okay, so people are sharing secrets. I'm not. I just want you to know. But do you have a secret?
Well, I actually, guitar was my first instrument, and flute. I don't know that that's a big secret, but 10 years ago when I have two grown sons, Jameson's an architect, Dylan's a plumber, and when Dylan got to be 17 and 18, I started hitting the open mic circuit again. So I took my guitar out and I was playing all my guitar tunes and entertaining the people and writing songs. And when I met Slam, my husband, he says, "Why are you playing guitar? There's 10,000 guitar players in town, so you need to get back to piano." Piano was, I guess at 6, my first instrument since my mom played. And Mom played all of the standards that Abbe talks about. That's why I think they're dear to my heart. She wanted to be a nightclub singer. And Father said, "No way." I mean, we had a family of 4, so she raised us. And so she didn't pursue that dream. And she's 86 now, and she lives on the farm where I grew up.
And she's probably very proud of you.
she's very thrilled. I mean, when she hears the things that we do, it's just, she's kind of fulfilling her life and her legacy. Yeah, yeah.
Well, what is so amazing is that, ladies, I'm stepping back over here, and that's not the amazing part. The amazing part is that all of us remember going back to songs like White Christmas. We were weaned on it. And all of these ladies have such a great take on the song that they've decided to bring this here for not only me, but for you. So without further ado, Abbe Buck Trio and White Christmas.
This song was written by Irving Berlin. He was in the Beverly Hills Hotel on Christmas Day, and he was missing New York and missing the snow. So he wrote this song in his hotel room.
And it wound up in the movie Holiday Inn in 1942.
Cool. The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA. But it's December the 24th, and I'm longing to be up north.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, when the treetops glisten and children, they listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children, they listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be